Welcome to US Coins Hub, where history lives in metal and every coin tells a story. Here, we uncover rare and valuable US coins, hidden treasures, and the secrets that turn ordinary pocket change into extraordinary finds. Step into the golden age of American coinage, and let's explore the timeless beauty and true worth of these historic pieces together. So on. Top 1 today, we're talking about the 1999 Delaware State Quarter, the very first coin released in the groundbreaking 50 state quarters program. This coin didn't just represent a state. It launched a nationwide treasure hunt. The reverse design honors Caesar Rodney, captured mid-ride on horseback. The image commemorates his famous 1776 journey to cast Delaware's vote for independence. Around him are the inscriptions "The First State" and "1787", marking Delaware's proud place as the first state to ratify the Constitution. It's a bold, dynamic design, full of motion, history, and patriotic pride. Because it was the very first state quarter released, public excitement was enormous. Millions of Americans began checking their change. Families started coin folders. Collectors ordered fresh rolls from banks. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced hundreds of millions of these quarters to meet demand, along with proof versions from San Francisco. With such massive production numbers, you might assume the Delaware quarter is common and ordinary. And in most cases, that's true. Worn examples found in circulation today are typically worth face value. Years of handling have left them scratched, dulled, and heavily circulated. But here's where serious collectors start paying attention. Condition changes everything. Modern coins are struck in huge quantities and stored in bulk containers, where they bump into one another and pick up small contact marks. Finding a Delaware quarter in pristine, flawless condition is far more difficult than many people realize. High mint state grades, such as MS-67, are desirable. But once you move into MS-68 and beyond, population numbers drop sharply. Near-perfect examples with blazing luster, razor-sharp details on Caesar Rodney's horse, and virtually no surface marks become condition rarities. Then there are mint errors, the hidden treasures of modern coinage. Because 1999 marked the first year of the program, production pressures were intense. That increases the possibility of mistakes. Some Delaware quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted. Others show doubled die characteristics, where letters or design elements appear doubled due to die misalignment during hubbing. Clipped planchet errors create coins with curved sections missing from the edge. Broad strikes allow the metal to expand beyond its collar, producing a slightly oversized appearance. Even more dramatic are wrong planchet errors, when a Delaware quarter design is struck onto a blank intended for a different denomination. These pieces are rare, visually striking, and highly collectible. Proof versions add another layer of excitement. These specially struck coins feature mirror-like fields and frosted devices. However, not all proofs are equal. Only the finest deep cameo examples with spotless surfaces and no haze or imperfections command strong premiums. Collectors also pay close attention to strike quality. The intricate details of the horse's muscles and the rider's features must appear crisp and fully defined. Weak strikes reduce desirability, while bold, sharp strikes increase appeal dramatically. What makes the 1999 Delaware quarter particularly fascinating is its historical significance combined with the challenge of finding top-tier examples. It represents the beginning of a series that transformed modern coin collecting. Because so many were saved, only the absolute best survivors stand out in today's certified populations. For coin enthusiasts listening carefully, this is your reminder. Never overlook modern coins. Examine the surfaces under bright light. Check the lettering for doubling. Inspect the edges for unusual shapes. Study the luster and the sharpness of detail. Small differences can separate a common coin from a remarkable one that most 1999 Delaware quarters remain worth 25 cents. Some uncirculated examples sell for modest premiums. Certified high-grade pieces can reach impressive amounts. And when exceptional preservation meets a dramatic and rare mint error, values can climb to astonishing heights. In fact, one extraordinary Delaware quarter specimen has been associated with a value reaching as high as $95,000. That's the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand. So keep searching your change, protect the best examples you find, and enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Because sometimes the first coin in a series can become the most unforgettable treasure of all. Top 2, you're handed a quarter in your change, and instead of tossing it into a jar, you pause. You notice an enormous rock formation on the reverse, proudly standing against the mountain landscape. It's the 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter, and while most are worth just 25 cents, a rare few have stunned collectors with incredible value. Released in 2000 as part of the wildly successful 50 State Quarters program, the New Hampshire Quarter honors one of America's most famous natural landmarks, the Old Man of the Mountain. This granite profile, formed naturally in the White Mountains, became a symbol of strength and endurance for the state. The coin's design captures the rock formation rising above Cannon Mountain, along with the state motto "Live Free or Die." The detail in this design is striking. The rugged cliffs, the bold lettering, and the strong outline of the rock profile create a powerful image. Ironically, just 3 years after the coin's release, the actual rock formation collapsed due to natural erosion. That event gave the 2000 quarter even deeper emotional significance, preserving the Old Man of the Mountain forever in metal. Hundreds of millions of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, along with proof versions produced for collectors. With such high mintage numbers, it's easy to assume this coin is common. And in circulated condition, that's absolutely true. Most examples found today show wear, scratches, and dull surfaces from years of everyday use. But here's where things become interesting for serious collectors. Condition is the gateway to rarity. Modern coins are mass-produced and stored in large bins where they bump into each other, creating tiny marks. Even coins pulled directly from bank rolls often have contact marks. To find a New Hampshire quarter with blazing original luster, crisp strike details, and virtually flawless surfaces is much harder than people expect. High mint state grades such as MS67 are desirable. Once you approach MS68 and above, the population drops sharply. At that level, every tiny detail matters. The rock profile must appear sharply defined. The fields must be smooth and clean. The lettering must be bold and fully struck. A single noticeable mark can prevent a coin from reaching elite status. Now let's talk about mint errors, the true thrill of the hunt. During high-speed production, mistakes sometimes occur. Off-center strikes can shift the design dramatically, making the coin visually unique. Double die errors may create noticeable doubling in the lettering or along the mountain profile. Clipped planchets leave a curved section missing from the coin's edge, instantly catching attention. Broad strikes allow the coin to expand slightly beyond its collar, while wrong planchet errors occur when the design is struck on a blank mint for another denomination. These dramatic production errors are rare and highly sought after because they represent genuine minting anomalies. Proof coins add another level of collectability. These specially struck pieces feature mirror-like fields and frosted devices. However, only the finest deep cameo examples with spotless surfaces and no haze command strong premiums. Even among proofs, perfection is rare. Another factor increasing interest in the New Hampshire quarter is its historical connection to a lost landmark. Because the Old Man of the Mountain no longer exists in nature, the coin has become a lasting tribute. That emotional and historical connection strengthens collector demand. For coin lovers watching right now, take this as a reminder to examine your change carefully. Study the rock profile under bright light. Look for doubling in the inscriptions. Check the edges for unusual shapes or thickness. Notice the strength of the strike and the brilliance of the luster. Sometimes the smallest details separate an ordinary coin from an extraordinary one. The most 2000 New Hampshire quarters are worth only face value. Some high-grade certified examples can bring impressive premiums. Error coins can command significantly higher prices depending on their rarity and eye appeal. And in extremely rare cases where flawless preservation meets a dramatic mint error, values can rise to astonishing heights. In fact, one remarkable New Hampshire quarter has reached a value as high as $91,000. That's the magic of coin collecting. History, rarity, and opportunity combined in a single small piece of metal. So keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of a simple quarter, because treasure may be hiding right in your pocket. Top 3, we're exploring the 2009 Guam quarter, a coin that may look like everyday pocket change but has captured the attention of collectors across the country. Released in 2009 as part of the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, the Guam Quarter celebrates the unique identity of this Pacific island territory. The reverse design features an outline of the island of Guam, a flying prow sailboat cutting across the water, and a latte stone standing proudly in the foreground. The inscription Guahan Itano Man Chamorro honors the indigenous Chamorro people and their deep cultural roots. The design is both elegant and symbolic. The prow represents skillful navigation and resilience. The latte stone symbolizes strength and tradition. The island outline grounds the coin in geography and identity. It's a small piece of art that tells a powerful story. Millions of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with additional proof coins produced for collectors. Because of the high mintage, most Guam quarters found in circulation today are worth face value. They've traveled through countless hands, vending machines, and cash registers. But this is where true coin enthusiasts begin paying attention. Condition is the first gateway to value. Modern coins are mass-produced at incredible speeds, and during production they collide with one another in large containers. Even fresh bank rolls often contain small contact marks. To find a Guam quarter with flawless surfaces, strong mint luster, and crisp detail is far more challenging than many people realize. The design itself makes grading even more demanding. The smooth fields around the island outline easily reveal scratches. The fine lines in the prow sail must be sharply struck. The latte stone's details must appear clean and fully defined. Coins graded at MS-67 are desirable, but once you reach MS-68 or higher, the population becomes extremely limited. At that level, even the tiniest imperfection can lower the grade. Now let's talk about the true excitement in modern coin collecting: mint errors. During production, mistakes occasionally occur, and those mistakes can transform a common coin into a rare collectible. Off-center strikes can shift the Guam design dramatically to one side, creating a bold and unusual look. Double die errors may cause visible doubling in the lettering or in design elements like the prow sail. Clipped planchets result in a curved section missing from the coin's edge. Broad strikes allow the metal to spread beyond its collar, producing a slightly oversized coin. Even more dramatic are wrong planchet errors, where the Guam design is struck on a blank mint for another denomination. These pieces stand out immediately due to differences in weight or color and are highly prized by serious collectors. Proof versions from San Francisco offer another layer of collectability. These coins feature mirror-like fields and frosted design elements. However, not all proofs are equal. Only deep cameo examples with spotless surfaces and exceptional eye appeal command strong premiums. The Guam quarter also holds a special place in the hearts of collectors because it represents one of the U.S. territories, adding diversity and cultural depth to modern coinage. Its unique Pacific imagery sets it apart from mainland state designs, increasing its appeal among thematic collectors. For those listening closely, here's the important message. Modern coins should never be underestimated. Age alone does not determine value. Instead, it is the rare combination of pristine preservation, limited top-grade populations, and dramatic mint errors that creates significant worth. So take a closer look at any 2009 Guam quarters you find. Examine the sail for doubling. Inspect the edges for irregular shapes. Hold the coin under bright light and watch for blazing luster. The smallest detail can make the biggest difference. Most Guam quarters remain worth only 25 cents. Some high-grade certified examples may sell for impressive premiums. Rare error coins can bring significantly higher prices depending on their uniqueness and condition. And in extraordinary cases where flawless preservation meets a dramatic mint anomaly, values have climbed to astonishing levels. In fact, one remarkable Guam quarter has reached a value as high as $87,000. That is the thrill of coin collecting: history, culture, and opportunity captured in metal. Keep searching your change, protect your best finds, and enjoy the journey, because sometimes the smallest island can hold the biggest surprise. Top 4, we're taking a closer look at the 2008 Arizona State Quarter, a coin that tells a story of natural beauty, history, and for some collectors, the potential for extraordinary value. released in 2008 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. The Arizona Quarter honors the state's unique landscape and rich cultural heritage. On the reverse, you'll find a bold depiction of the Grand Canyon, one of the world's most breathtaking natural wonders. In the foreground, a saguaro cactus stands tall, framed by rays of the setting sun. Surrounding this striking image are the inscriptions Grand Canyon State and Arizona 1912, marking the year Arizona became the 48th state in the Union. Every element of this design was carefully chosen to represent Arizona's natural grandeur and pioneering spirit. Millions of Arizona quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and proof coins were produced for collectors at San Francisco. While the coin was widely circulated, the majority of examples you'll find today are in ordinary condition. Years of use have left most coins scratched, dulled, or otherwise worn. But here's where the story gets interesting. Condition is everything when it comes to modern coin collecting. A quarter in flawless mint state condition can be far more valuable than one that has traveled through countless hands. The Arizona design is particularly challenging to preserve perfectly because of its open backgrounds, sharp lines of the canyon, and fine rays of the sun. Even small contact marks, nicks, or faint scratches can significantly lower a coin's grade. High mint state grades like MS67 are already rare and highly desirable, but coins graded MS68 and above are true condition rarities. At these top levels, the surfaces must display blazing original luster, the canyon's contours must appear crisp, and the cactus details must be sharply defined. A single imperfection can make the difference between a collectible coin and a coin that merely sits in a collection. Now let's talk about what excites serious collectors. Mint errors. During the mass production of coins, mistakes sometimes happen, creating one-of-a-kind variations that collectors treasure. Some Arizona quarters have been found with off-center strikes, where the Grand Canyon design is noticeably shifted, creating a dramatic and visually striking appearance. Double die errors can result in subtle or bold doubling of the lettering or details on the cactus and canyon cliffs. Clipped planchets, where a curved portion of the coin's edge is missing, are particularly eye-catching. Broad strikes, where the metal expands beyond the collar during striking, produce slightly oversized coins with unique proportions. Even more dramatic are wrong planchet errors, where an Arizona quarter is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination. These coins are instantly recognizable and highly prized because they are authentic production anomalies. Proof versions of the Arizona quarter also offer opportunities for collectors. These coins feature polished mirror-like fields and frosted devices. While many proof coins were preserved carefully, only the finest deep cameo examples with flawless surfaces, no spotting, and exceptional contrast achieve premium value. What makes the 2008 Arizona quarter particularly fascinating is the combination of its iconic design and modern rarity. Despite being a relatively new coin, the population of top-graded uncirculated examples and dramatic error coins is surprisingly small. That scarcity, combined with strong collector interest, can drive prices to incredible levels. For anyone listening carefully right now, here's what you need to do. Examine any 2008 Arizona quarter under bright light. Look at the cactus for doubling. Check the canyon for sharp strike details. Inspect the edges for unusual shapes or missing sections. Notice the brilliance of the surfaces. Often, the smallest details distinguish an ordinary coin from an extraordinary one. That most Arizona quarters remain worth only their face value. Some high-grade certified examples can sell for modest premiums. Error coins command even higher prices depending on rarity and visual appeal. And in the rarest cases where pristine condition meets a dramatic minting anomaly, the value can reach astonishing levels. In fact, one extraordinary 2008 Arizona State quarter has reached a value as high as $83,000. This is the magic of coin collecting, where history, artistry, and opportunity combine in a single small piece of metal. So keep searching, protect the coins you find, and savor every moment of the hunt, because sometimes the beauty of the desert can be found right in your pocket. Top 5. We're exploring the 2008 Alaska State Quarter, a coin that at first glance might look ordinary, but for collectors, it can be nothing short of extraordinary. Released in 2008 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, The Alaska Quarter celebrates the state's majestic wildlife and natural treasures. On the reverse, you'll find a detailed image of a grizzly bear alongside a salmon leaping upstream, a powerful tribute to Alaska's iconic wildlife and the life-sustaining rivers of the state. The inscriptions Alaska and 1959 mark the year Alaska joined the Union, while the word Denali is subtly included, honoring North America's tallest peak. This coin tells a story of wilderness, survival, and the breathtaking landscapes that define Alaska. Millions of these quarters were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, along with proof versions for collectors produced in San Francisco. With such high mintages, most Alaska quarters seen today are common in circulation, worth just 25 cents. They have traveled through countless wallets, vending machines, and cash registers, often suffering scratches and loss of original luster. But here's where coin collecting gets fascinating. Condition matters more than most people realize. A quarter's value can increase exponentially depending on its preservation. Modern coins are struck at lightning-fast speeds, and during production, they collide with one another in bulk containers, leaving even minor marks or imperfections. A pristine Alaska quarter, untouched by circulation, with sharp details on the bear and salmon and smooth, reflective surfaces, is incredibly rare. High mint state grades such as MS-67 are highly desirable, while coins graded MS-68 and above are considered true condition rarities. At these levels, every minute detail matters. The bear's fur must appear distinct, the salmon's fins clearly defined, and the water lines perfectly smooth. Even a single contact mark can significantly reduce a coin's value. Now let's dive into what makes this coin truly exciting for collectors. Mint errors. Errors occur when something goes wrong during production, and they can turn a common coin into a rare treasure. Off-center strikes can shift the Alaska design noticeably, making the bear and salmon appear partially cropped. Double die errors may show doubling in the lettering or in the intricate details of the wildlife. Clipped planchets create curved, missing sections along the coin's edge, while broad strikes allow the coin to expand slightly beyond its normal size, producing a bold and unusual look. Even more dramatic are wrong planchet errors, where the Alaska quarter is struck on a blank intended for another denomination. These errors are instantly noticeable and highly sought after by collectors because they are genuine minting anomalies that escaped quality control. Proof versions of the Alaska quarter are equally captivating. These coins feature polished mirror-like fields and frosted designs that contrast beautifully with the wildlife imagery. Only the finest deep cameo proofs with flawless surfaces and perfect luster achieve top value. The Alaska quarter is also interesting because it represents one of the most geographically unique states in the Union. Its wilderness theme attracts thematic collectors who focus on wildlife, national parks, or northern states. This combination of artistry, history, and unique subject matter increases both demand and collectability. For coin enthusiasts listening closely, here's your guide. Examine any 2008 Alaska quarter carefully. Look at the bear's fur and the salmon's fins for crispness. Inspect the water lines and lettering for any signs of doubling. Check the edges for unusual shapes or missing segments. And, most importantly, study the luster. Coins with full original shine are far more rare than they appear. Most Alaska quarters remain worth only face value. Uncirculated examples can fetch modest premiums, and error coins often bring higher prices depending on rarity and visual appeal. In the rarest cases, when exceptional preservation meets dramatic mint errors, values reach astonishing levels. In fact, one extraordinary 2008 Alaska state quarter has reached a value as high as $80,000. That's the excitement of coin collecting. History, artistry, and opportunity combined in a single small piece of metal. So keep examining your change, protect the finest examples you find, and enjoy every moment of the hunt, because sometimes the wild frontier of Alaska can be hiding right in your pocket.